What is going on, y'all? This is Isaiah Fowler, the founder of SWAV Eyewear and SWAV Agency. And today is the 70th episode. I think this year I wanted to start off the year. Happy New Year, everybody, right? I wanted to start off the year really just going real deep into e-commerce and D2C. I know this platform is D2C, but I wanted to focus this month on strictly D2C stuff and not mindset stuff, right? I know I'll put out both, but this month I want to focus on that. And also what I think I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start just going all on YouTube. And so we're gonna be taking audio clips from the videos that I put out on YouTube, and we're gonna put that on the podcast platforms, right? So that's what I'm gonna do. So that's what we're gonna do. So be sure to follow us really on YouTube, because that's what I like. I like video. We about to start doing whiteboard videos. So I got a whiteboard behind me right here, and we're about to really start breaking down a lot of different things on a whiteboard. And so we're gonna start doing that in about a week, right? And it's gonna be out on Friday. So be sure to be on the lookout on Fridays, right? So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So I wanted to start off the year today to really ask a question and also talk about why a lot of people are struggling in e-commerce. So it's very interesting because we have when I say direct to consumer, I don't even mean e-commerce, honestly, because the thing about it is when you say e-commerce, you're literally just thinking about Shopify. You're literally just thinking about drop shipping, or it's kind of like a one-track way of thinking. But when I say direct to consumer, I'm more thinking about building a brand, right? So that's a key difference right there. A lot of people, they're stuck or they're struggling because they approached their business, their product-based business as I want to come up real quick. I want to make some money real quick, right? But they're not focusing on building a customer base for real. They're not focusing on what the long-term vision is. And so I really feel like it's so important to really let the differences be known, so that way you could fully understand. I know I have a different way of thinking, but if you just listen and you're open, I feel and you apply it, you'll see great benefits long-term in your life and in your business. Because the things that I say or share, it's not a quick thing, because I don't play for the short term, I play for the long term. So every decision I make, any type of advice or guidance I ever give or share, it's always for the long term initially. So if you have a short-term mindset, you're not even gonna understand the things that I'm saying, right? So what I started to see is last year was a really, really good year. And I just got to work with so many brands. And I see why people are struggling, why they're stuck. And it's really because everyone is approaching their business with a short-term mindset. It's really what it is. And it's because people are marketing drop shipping and things like that. And so people think that it's supposed to be just quick. They're supposed to make money really fast. And so when you are approaching things with the short-term mindset, all you want to do is make the money, right? And so if you just want to make the money, you're not building the brand. But if you build a brand, you will make the money. So are you selling a product, or are you selling the brand? And are you building the brand? That's the question that you always have to ask yourself. Because if you're only focused on selling the product, you're gonna be in this corner, and you're only gonna be focused on price. And then your product becomes a commodity. And a commodity is simply something that you can manipulate the price, and if something else comes along that's the same product, then the cheaper product will get sold simply because It's just competing off of price. So you don't want to always be competing off of price. If you're competing off of price, and if you are looking to just discount your way to millions, then like it's gonna be a real challenging road for you and a really frustrating road for you, because discounts all the time. I'm not saying don't do discounts, right? But all the time, like every single month, now you're conditioning your customers to expect that. And then you also have to look at the data and look at your revenue after a sale, right? Because a lot of times people think, oh yeah, we ran it up, we made a whole bunch of money, we did great. But when you do a sale, look at your revenue, 14 to 28 days after that sale. Really like the first 7 to 10 days, 14 days, depending on what your product is, look at your revenue after the sale. Like it most likely will dip if you did a pretty, depends on what kind of sale you did, but you don't want to get into the habit of that. But you get into the habit of that when you're competing off of price and you're not like focused on building a brand. And when you are building a brand, you're not worried about the price, right? Unless the price is your brand. For example, the Dollar Tree, that was their brand. So it's okay to compete off price because they came out the gate like that, right? The 99-cent store, that is their brand, right? What's another one? Five Below. They sell products for $5 and below. Same concept, right? So, but that's their brand. And we hear that in the name of the company and the name of the store. But the thing about it is, like, if you're sitting here saying you have a luxury brand, just because you price your product high does not mean that your brand is luxury. If, depending on what the product is, let's say you're selling watches, and just because your watches are expensive does not mean it's luxury. Because if you're always discounting the watches, that's not a luxury, because it's about the experience, it's about the perceived value. And so these are a few things that you want to think about in the pursuit of what you're building. You don't want to be so focused on, oh yeah, price. You're literally in a race to the bottom, because in the beginning, it seems like and appears that, oh, I'm winning, I'm doing my thing, we're making money. But your customers are only going to purchase at that discount if you get them used to that. You don't want to get them used to that. So why don't you focus on the actual brand rather than the price of the product or the discount that you're giving? A lot of people will market their discount and their sales more than they market their brand and their products. Think about that. Don't be the founder, the brand that is marketing the discounts and the price more than they're marketing the actual product, because people will purchase when they see value in a product. You don't have to even talk about the price. But that's what happens when you're selling the actual brand. People buy into the brand no matter what the price is. But when you are talking about the price, that's what they're focused on, right? That's all they can focus on at that point. And you do not want to get into a habit of only getting them to focus on the price. You want price to be the last thing that they think about, because they're so in love with the actual brand and with the mission of the company and what you guys are doing and what you guys stand for. So the question, are you selling a product or are you selling the brand, and are you building a brand? This is a question that you're always going to have to ask yourself. And this is a question that you want to ask yourself like every 30 days. Every major decision that you make for your company, for your brand, you want to ask yourself this question, because if you don't ask yourself this question, you may get to a point where you're making short-term decisions just to, make a couple dollars. And you don't want to get into the habit of that. Brand, product. Do not allow your company to become commoditized. If you get to a point where you allow your brand and your company to be commoditized, it's game over. Because now the commodity is your product, is your company, and now it's only a matter of time before we're just trying to see how low the price can be. And you just don't want to get into that. So that's what I wanted to really say. I want to get you guys' wheels turning. And I want you guys to really think about this and really ask yourself, like, take this stuff serious, because I've literally seen, brands making $6 million a year, and in the next year they may make less, or their margins may be less the next year, or their profit may be lower. And so it's like, yeah, you could be making millions, but what's the back end of the actual business look like? So because I've seen that, I understand that you can be making money, but still not fully have a grasp on your brand. So you want to have a grasp on your brand as you're looking to build and go up. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Drop something in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. You know what I'm saying? Are you building a brand? Are you have a product and you're looking to transition into, getting more brand heavy? You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you're thinking and how you're feeling. Always remember that everything starts with a vision. And if you want to schedule strategic intensive, be sure to click the link in the description and we can schedule a call. All right. I'm gonna holla at y'all soon. Always remember everything starts with a vision. Peace.